One winter morning, a beautiful princess was born who was named Snow White. Her skin was as white as snow, her hair as black as midnight, and her lips as red as blood. Unfortunately, Snow White's mother died when she was very young. The king remarried a beautiful but wicked woman who was a powerful sorceress. The new queen was jealous of Snow White because Snow White was more beautiful than she was. The queen had a magic mirror which she asked every day, "Mirror, mirror, tell me, who is the most beautiful in the world?" The mirror always answered, "Queen, you are the most beautiful in the world." But when Snow White grew up, her beauty surpassed even the queen. One day, when the queen asked her magic mirror the same question, the mirror answered, "Queen, you are beautiful, but Snow White is more beautiful than you." The queen was very angry and ordered a huntsman to take Snow White deep into the forest and kill her. The huntsman took Snow White into the forest, but could not kill her because of her innocent face. He told Snow White to run away and return to the queen with a wild boar's heart as proof. Snow White was walking alone in the forest and found a small hut. When she went inside the hut, she saw that everything was very dirty. She cleaned the house and went to sleep. In the evening, the 7 dwarves who owned the hut returned from work. They were surprised to see Snow White and heard her sad story. The dwarves let her stay with them on the condition that she would do the housework and cook for them. Meanwhile, when the queen again asked her mirror who was the most beautiful, the mirror said that Snow White was still alive and living with the dwarfs. The queen was very angry and planned to kill Snow White. She disguised herself as an old woman and went to the dwarf's hut with a poisoned apple. Finding Snow White alone, the queen gave her the apple to eat. Snow White fainted at the first bite because the apple was poisonous. The dwarfs returned and were very sad to see Snow White dead. They put her in a glass coffin and placed it on a mountainside so that everyone could see her beauty. One day, a prince was riding along that road. He saw Snow White lying in the glass coffin and fell in love with her. He begged the dwarves to take Snow White to his palace. The dwarves agreed. When the prince's men were carrying the coffin inadvertently moved, and a piece of the poisoned apple fell out of Snow White's throat. Snow White woke up. Snow White and the prince fell in love with each other and decided to get married. The queen was invited to their wedding. When the queen saw that Snow White was alive and was marrying the prince, she was so angry that she died herself. Snow White and the prince lived happily ever after.